Welcome everyone, my name is Stephen Dances the Dream. I've been asked to talk to you a little bit about spiral dancing with Maria and Linda Yraceburu and what it means to me. I've been spiral dancing for about a year and a half now. So I thought I would start with the Yraceburu First Prayer for Life. This is the very first thing we receive in the workbook when we start spiral dancing. It goes like this. Ngolsen Awolzana, Yao Awolzana, Delitse de Goyana, Ngolsen Yoditse, Pinuichikise, Shishi Yukihi, Daina. We come from the Earth Mother, we come from the Sky Father, we come into this circle to be all that we can be. We are all our relations, this is our prayer, and we are grateful, and so it is. So I kind of think all of spiral dancing is really in that prayer, but it's quite condensed, so I'll talk a little bit about it. I was led to Maria through Spirit, an ancestor on a journey, led me to her book Prayers and Meditations of the Yraceburu, which I did for a year. It's a book of prayer cycles that you do over a year. So I was doing the prayer cycles, working them throughout the year, and it really is a very special book, very full of beauty, and the prayers are just fantastic. So much wisdom and love in them. So during this year I also picked up Maria's book Legends and Prophecies of the Yraceburu, which is the retelling of the myths. And I studied myth at university, and I love myth. I read a lot of them, and it really became clear to me reading the book that whoever was telling these stories really knew her stuff, because they are written with such sophistication and such awareness of the different levels that they're working on. So I began to get very excited about this woman, Maria Yraceburu, and wanted to know more about what was lying behind it, because the other thing was that the myths was just so full of information about our relationship to the cosmos and ourselves and one another, and how to be in life, that I really wanted to know a bit more about it. So after completing the year of prayer cycles, I sent off an email to Maria. We kept in contact, and then a few months later I noticed that she was doing a distance learning apprenticeship, and I was very keen at the time on doing eco-psychology, but practical stuff, not the theoretical stuff, and I saw that Maria had a PhD in eco-psychology, so everything started coming together. And then Maria sent me a bit of information about spiral dancing to see if it was okay for me, and I realised on reading it that this was something really quite special and very deep and very profound. So I took the plunge, and as I said, I've been spiral dancing now for about a year and a half. It's really hard to describe the kind of effects it's had, really, because they have been so fundamental and wide-reaching. So I've been able to release old patterns of behaviour. I've been able to become aware of belief structures that were no longer serving me, and release those, to find new ways of being in the world, to remember my connection with everything around me. It's just been very special. To give you an idea, I'll talk about one of the rituals. The kind of first ritual we receive, which underlies everything, is greet the sun. Every morning we go out, we connect in with the directions, and we greet Grandfather Sun. Just doing this every day has brought me back to remembering that I'm part of this planet, and I was really shocked that I'd forgotten that. And just coming back to being aware of the beauty around me, being aware of the energies that are going on around me, what's going on within me, and how I can come into alignment with what's going on around me and within me. And so a very simple ritual, but over time has really restructured a lot of the way I am in the world. And that's just the first ritual, and there are many, many more. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea. What really comes through for me in spiral dancing is we're learning the ways of the Yraceburu snake clan, and what really comes across to me is that this is a living tradition. I'm very, very conscious when I receive the rituals and the teachings that what I'm receiving stretches back generations, and it's generations of human beings being in the world and finding what works and passing it on. And if something doesn't work, it's let go of. And if something used to work and doesn't work anymore, it's let go of and new ways are found. And for me, spiral dancing really walks that line of balance between really honouring the past and also being open to growth and flexibility. It's very powerful, and I feel very honoured to receive the teachings and practices of this lineage, and I'm very conscious that a lot of this information was really guarded and handed down often in very extreme circumstances. So I really appreciate the generosity with which this information is being shared now, and the chance that I have to bring it into my life and work it out through my life into the environment and the world around me as well. I also wanted to talk a little about the self-paced nature of spiral dancing. Basically, you get a stone's work which contains teachings and contains rituals. Once you've completed the rituals and the homework, you send it all off to Maria, and then you move on. Now, some of the stones I've moved through quite quickly. I really connect in with them. Okay, they make a lot of sense. I know what I'm doing. I can perform the rituals, and then I really assimilate and integrate the information very quickly. Other stones I'm in for a long time. When I get them, I'm like, whoa, okay, how am I going to bring this about? And that's really part of the teaching. Some of the rituals I've really had to discover capacities I never knew I had, and parts of me I've realised I'm more artistic than I thought I was. And it really works in very kind of tangential ways, but in ways that really know what they're doing, and that's part of the beauty of and fun of spiral dancing, really. And I've learned that if I come across something that is quite challenging, I'm not sure how to bring about a certain ritual, I've learned to look within myself and ask spirit, look to nature, and really find the solutions. And what that does, and this is something that is very indicative of spiral dancing, is, you know, the teachings and rituals are given to you to facilitate your connection with spirit and with all that is. But it's also really understood that it's your journey of connection. You know, you are discovering your connection, and so because there isn't a time scale and because things aren't imposed on you, you really, over time, I've really come to begin to discover how I work with spirit, how I work with what's going on within me, how I work with my community, how I work with what's around me. And it's my discovery rather than something that's been imposed on me. And that is something really powerful. I really feel in spiral dancing I'm treated like an adult, I'm treated with respect, and that has really facilitated my growth in confidence and my growth in my awareness of my abilities. The other thing I also wanted to talk about was the community. When you join spiral dancing, we have an online talking circle where all the apprentices who are spiral dancing at the time share what's going on, and this really has been for me a community that walks its talk. The loving support that has been shown to me has really been very beautiful and has really helped me step into who I am more, to own that and to share it confidently with the world around me. So there's a few ideas and experiences of spiral dancing. It's way too big to include it all in here. Hopefully that gives you an idea. If you would like to join us, then I look forward to welcoming you to the family. Thank you very much for listening, and may your day be full of many blessings. Thank you.